a child writes 503 as 5003 or 503 as 5003. Most teachers will just mark it wrong, but a good teacher will ask different questions. Why did the child write it like this? What do I make out of this? And what is the way forward? And that brings us to the purpose of assessment. In the previous video, we learned what is the difference between assessment and evaluation. In this video, we shall try and understand why a teacher assesses or what is the purpose of assessment. I am Dr. Swastidhar, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. In this channel, I help aspiring teachers who are preparing for the CTET by making CDP, language pedagogy, maths and EVS easy to understand by breaking them down into classroom situations and also through CTET previous year questions. This is the second video of the Assessment Masterclass, and let's try and understand the purpose of assessment. Let's begin. Many students believe that assessment is only about marks, but in reality, teachers are assessing students every day, even when no tests are taking place. Every question you ask, every notebook you check, every classroom discussion you observe, every activity that you conduct gives you information about the learning that has taken place. And assessment helps teachers make better decisions. If you remember only one thing from this masterclass, then remember this one line. Assessment exists to improve learning. But I would like to explain the purpose of assessment to you under three broad headings. This is the most important purpose of assessment. Assessment tells us what has the child understood, where is the child struggling, and what misconceptions need to be corrected. Based on this information, the teacher will provide feedback, additional practice, and support. The goal is improvement, not judgment. Assessment doesn't only tell us about students' learning, it also tells us something about our own teaching. If most children are making the same mistake, then maybe the problem is not the learner, but the teaching. Perhaps the concept needs to be explained differently. Good teachers use students' mistakes as information and not as evidence of failure. Good teachers don't just ask why didn't they learn, they also ask how can I teach this better. Assessment helps teachers modify instructions, plan remedial teaching, and choose better learning experiences. Sometimes schools need to make educational decisions. Has the child achieved the learning outcomes? Should the child be promoted? What grades can we award to this child? How do we report the progress to the parents? Assessment provides information that is required to make these decisions. So remember, assessment is not done to find faults. It is done to improve learning and make better teaching decisions. Whenever CTET asks you a question about assessment, choose that option. Between two options, choose that option where learning is improved, not where judgment has to be made. That is the direction CTET always takes, because assessment helps to improve learning, provide feedback, identify learning gaps, or improve teaching. Let's now look at a few CTET style questions. Which of the following is not the primary purpose of assessment? So this is a negative question. I've seen many students, when they are answering such a question, they miss out on the word not. So which of the following is not the primary purpose of classroom assessment? The options are providing feedback, which is improving instruction, yes that is, identifying learning difficulties, yes that is, ranking students. So ranking students is not a primary purpose of classroom assessment. Another question, a teacher finds that most students have answered a question incorrectly. She reteaches the concept using a different method. This shows that assessment helps. Let's see the options. Improve teaching, award grades, promote students, conduct exams. So neither are grades being given, exams being conducted, or promote students being promoted. So the answer is improve teaching. So today we learned that teachers assess students for three important reasons: to improve student learning, to improve their own teaching, and to make informed educational decisions. So remember, assessment is more than just a test. It is a tool for understanding how students learn. Now that we know the difference between assessment and evaluation, and also the purpose of assessment, the next question is, how do teachers assess? In the next video, we will explore the different types of assessments that happens in a classroom, and you will begin to see how CTET builds questions around these classroom situations. If you found this video useful, do like it, do drop in a comment and share it with a fellow teacher who is also a CTET aspirant. Remember, CTET doesn't just check what a teacher knows, it also checks how a teacher thinks. I'll see you in the next video.